So my memory got screwed again. So just as I suspected, I have to combine these clips. So you probably won't know what that means. But anyway, I was trying to get my measuring spoon, which I used a little earlier. I'm trying to find it. It's there it is. Found it. I'm just going to use or put a 1/4 teaspoon, very small, just to rub it into the mushroom, and it did kind of chop up. Kind of like drops of it. Cook that a little bit. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I mean, I'm gonna measure after the fact, and if it's just too much, I mean, because the amount of calories can be like, anywhere from obviously low calorie, like 500 calories to, which probably too low, but I'm just saying 500 to 1500 calories. Ideally 1300. So yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna kind of make the food, just kind of, judge it. And if it's too much, you just gotta, maybe put it in the freezer or something for later. So it's okay. I don't need to measure anything right now. Although there will be certain things that it's like I'm adding, so I'm just adding to the food, and so I'll be accountable for that, obviously, stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna shred some of the cheese, gonna chop up some vegetables, prepare the salad and stuff like that. So. Something smells fishy, and I know it's the cod, but I hope that doesn't mean it's bad. Oh yeah, eesh. I don't think I'm gonna throw this out. It smells bad. Okay, I'm not having cod tonight. It's okay. There was only 2 fillets left, so I don't feel so bad. I had it for too long, and I think I in the fridge, and then by the time I put it in the by the time I put it in the freezer, I think it was just too many days, Money wasted, no, not that much. Probably, I want to say $6, something like that. Sorry, just the way it goes sometimes. Sorry to myself, really. I mean, I should be having, you know what? I might do that. I think I'm gonna open up some salmon or sardines. I mean, just to have like some fish, and I'll go ahead and make these. I think. What I'm gonna do is actually I'll eat them like in whole, and then you're gonna see me eat it, because I know Mark has been kind of curious about that. So I'll just have that, because I need some sort of like omega-3, so I'm gonna have that, and I'm not gonna have the whole thing, probably half, so just to make up for that, the fish that I don't have. And I don't even have salmon right now. It's all gone. I don't really want to buy it, to be honest. So I actually have another set of sardines that are not too bad. They're pretty good. I've had them in this can for about 12 months now, something like that. I'm sorry, not. I mean about 6 months, 6 7 months. It is the Polar brand, and they were selling it at Costco for a while. To me, it tastes great. I just prefer these ones. These ones you don't have that fishy taste. It's in the creamiest too. These ones aren't too bad actually. They taste more wood like, you know. And it says here, bristling sardines in olive oil Polar. So these are pretty good actually. They're smoked and bristling sardines. These are not bad, but today is not going to be the day I open that up. So, but yeah, quite a bit of work to do, or quite a bit of shit to do for the cooking. So yeah, I'm gonna cook half of the ribeye, not the whole thing. I have a ribeye here from the Nugget Market, and so yeah, several things you got to do. And I always just like think, ah, fuck, I just want to eat, but that's not how you gotta forget about that mentality. You gotta forget about the mentality, because you know, you saw my ketones, right? Was it what, 1.8? They're just 1.6. They're remaining high, so it's like, you know, it's like, what do you want? Do you want them to remain high, or do you prefer to have low ketones but a lot of energy like that? You know, like what I mean by energy is like the energy where it's just kind of all over the place. You know, where you're just like having fun with the energy. You know, what do you want? You know, so I prefer to have the ketones high right now, to be honest, because that's cutting. So right now. So anyway, right, so now I got my scale here. I'm gonna measure out 50. Okay, it's about 50. Yep, cool. Getting good at this. So now I'm gonna cut my ribeye in half. Do I want to have half of it? I think I'm gonna have a quarter of it. So just 0.3 pounds of it. Yeah. Just feel like not having a whole hell of a lot. So because there's a lot of other stuff, like I want to have one of these chicken breasts, like the whole thing. That's going to be half a pound. So here it says for every 4 ounces, so I think it's a quarter pound. So for let's see, for the breast, it'd be 260 calories at 224 grams. So if I go ahead and put that on the scale and see it's 200, that would be, I just said, yeah, 260 calories. 248, and I just said 224. So this is a little heavier. If I do the other one, let's see if that one's a little lighter actually, 183. So let me see. I'll cook the 183 because I'm kind of going higher on the ribeye, I guess. Makes very little difference. 183. So the ribeye that I just cut right now, the part of the ribeye is 167 grams. So let's see. I think this is done. Yep, smells good. So yeah, that would be 0.37. So let's round it off to 0.4 pounds. So okay, 4.4 pounds of ribeye. How many calories? It's about 528 calories. I think that's overdone. So 1200. Let's take the low end. 1200 times. So if you're talking about the low end, so that'd be 480. Which is kind of interesting because yesterday the one that was showing there, I'm just going to go based off of the label because the label kind of is kind of deceiving, but they're saying like, actually this is, I could just type it in like Piedmontese grass-fed beef. So 1 pound of Piedmontese ribeye contains about 720 to 800 calories. So if you take so it's got about 320 calories, which is kind of interesting. They said it's the Piedmontese is significantly lower in calories, so that would explain why I'm probably feeling like crazy because it's not as it's less calories because of the amount of fat, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how that works, but I know they according to the that would just be 320 calories, and then that's 200. Actually, I think it was 185. 185. I'm talking about the chicken now. 185, and we said it was, okay, so 185, 260, so 185 is the amount of grams, so grams of is how many lbs, that's 0.4, so you take 0.4, so let's see, so you take the 240 that we or 260 that we calculated for half a pound. You just take 4 over 5. That's 200. So about 200 calories, 210 calories, plus the ribeye is that would be 530 calories in total just for those 2 pieces of meat, which is fine, because I'm on OMAD. Think about it, right? So just these 2 alone make up about 500 and what was it? 530 calories. All right, so that's good. So 500, we're at 530 calories, which is fine, like I said. And then if we add in the sardines, which I'll only have about half. According to this, it's about 180 calories, so nearly 200. Let's just be conservative and say 200. So that brings me up to 720 calories? 730 calories. And then if you slap on 730 calories, if you slap on the what do you call it? What was that again? The eggs, that's another 140. So 730 plus 140 is 870, right? So maybe I'll only make 1 egg. I think I'm only gonna make 1 egg. Yeah, I'll just make 1 egg. I think I said 870. So we're actually at 800. See, I'm trying to be accountable here because I want to be careful. 870. So wait, did I say 870? No, we're just at 800, right? So 530, 730, yeah, 800. Okay, right, 800. Because I want to try to incorporate this mushroom thing, right? So now with the mushroom thing, so we're at 800 with all that. Let's see, mushroom thing is. It seems like I'm going slow, but that's just because like I'm tired. You know, it's like kind of tired, little wobbly. You know. So we're at 800, and let's see. Portobello mushroom is. It's about 20 calories. Like I said, vegetables don't really make up a lot. So, yeah. And then I'm only gonna put one piece of cheese there, but one buffalo mozzarella cheese, that is, which is basically, it's only 30 grams. So yeah, or I'm sorry, it's only 15 grams, which is in this case 40 calories. So that brings me up from 800 to 840. So, or 840 plus, so 820 or 860 because of the mushroom itself. 860, and then kind of do the math on the salad. Remember, we said it was 200, but the salad is actually closer to 140. Remember, we did the calc, but this time it will be about 200. So I'm just gonna say that the salad is 200. So we don't really need to do much calculations because we saw it yesterday. So that brings me up to from 860 to 1060, which is fine so far. It's fine. 1060, right? And now I'm just talking about the salad, you know. And then now we're talking about, okay, 1060. Roquefort cheese, right? We need to measure that out. So basically, I'm trying to only get the Roquefort cheese. I'm gonna try to just get 15 grams. So that's gonna be another 50, about 50. So that's 1,100 calories when I measure that out, and it won't be that bad. So I just have the Roquefort cheese right here. So 1,100 calories. So I'm just gonna measure it out exactly. 15 grams of this stuff. Then I'm gonna just put on the steak. Okay, that's good enough. And Roquefort is so good. I'm so tempted to lick, but I don't want to like ruin my insulin right now too much. Probably won't, but still. Got the Roquefort, and then I gotta I'm gonna shave some of this. So we're at 1,100. So I got the Gruyere cheese that I love. I'm gonna shave a little bit of that, and the other stuff. So kind of already have like these slices here. Yeah, now I feel like I'm okay eating sardines because I'm measuring everything out. You know, it's like because the sardines can easily add up. You know, but and I'm overdoing it a little bit, so it's all good. But let's see. So here it says for a serving size is 28 grams, just like the other one. That would be 110 calories. So I want to just do 50 basically, so 55. So calories, you know, just half of that. So I'm going to do 15. So I'm going to put another 15, and that will be 1150. Again, 1150 ain't too bad. I'm actually going to combine this, so I'm going to have 7 of this, 7 grams of this with 7 grams of the Parmesan with the other cheese. It's not Parmesan Reggiano, it's Pecorino Romano. So far it's not very much cheese, so I'm just going to keep doing that. And this is all going to go on the mushroom cap. So 1150 calories. Seems like my thing is not going. Maybe it's just because when you cut this, it just makes it a light touch or something. But yeah, so far I'm at like 1 gram or something. Okay, 4 grams, never mind. So seems like a lot of work just to make some food, but again, I was telling you, you have to do more. There's more involved when you do the omad and all that. It's like your calorie counting. It's like there's just more work, you know. So let's see, this seems like a little bit more. So we're trying to measure out 8, right? So that's exactly 8. Okay, good. And then the other one is right here. This is all from Costco. I love Costco. This is Pecorino Romano. So big block of cheese. I already sliced it up a bit. Contributed to the weight gain to some extent. Not too much. I'm just being hard on myself. Okay, here we go. Okay. Again, we're just trying to get 7 more so that it gets up to 15. So here's more. Okay. Still not enough. I'm gonna keep slicing or keep shredding. This seems like it might be enough. We're almost there. Okay. So, might as well use the other cheese now, all right? It's already sliced. 15. Good. Okay, now we're there. So I can put this back and say we're done with the cheese part. See, I'm being way more technical now without the calorie counting than I ever have in my life. Right now, at this very moment. So yeah, we're at 1150. In theory, if we use all this, 1150. Yeah, 150. So this is actually I'm not done with the cheese, obviously, because I still have to do. This is the goat cheese that I like to use. I'm gonna put a teaspoon in there and then use the rest of this, so that it will add up to about 200 calories. I didn't have to do any calc, and then use the rest of this for the salad. A little bit more saturated fat, but it's all good. It'll still be more creamy, so that's how I look at it. It's like a good thing. But anyway, what's next here? So if I'm gonna use the pesto, I'm gonna want to use a very little amount. So here it says the calories is 320 at 1/4 cup, which means that if you divide that by 4, you get 80, meaning that 1/4 cup is 4 tablespoons. So if you divide that by 4 through 320, you get, I'm only going to use 1 tablespoon. You get 80 calories. So add that onto the rest of it. We're at 1,230 calories, which is fine. It's fine with me. And again, I may not eat all this, so 1,230, that's fine. And I already incorporated the buff, like I said, just 1 piece. And so, see, and so 1,230 calories. Maybe that might be it for me. I don't know. But for sure, I'm gonna get a sheet here. Aluminum foil sheet. So that I can put this on there. Okay, so the first set of cheese that I would like to put on there, or the first thing I want to do, oh, that's 230, right? I said 230? So 1230, I mean. So the other thing I want to do is I want to put some prosciutto on there. Put some prosciutto, because it's a pizza after all, right? So prosciutto. So the prosciutto is going to be the last thing. Well, actually, you know what? No. So, but I'm going to try to minimize the calories at this point because the prosciutto will add something. Like if I get a piece. So there's another sauce that I want to add, which is the pasta sauce. And I got to figure out how many calories that is. So this is 62 calories per every 2 slices. And I'm going to use 1 slice. So 62, yeah. So that's only going to add, surprisingly, it's only going to be 30 calories because I'm only going to use 1 slice. So I'm a little surprised by that, to be honest. I'm just going to cut it up and put it in, you know. So that's, now we're at 1260. 1260. 1260. So, yeah, okay. So that's 1260, right? I'm gonna be conservative. Well, I was thinking about being conservative, but no. 1260, and then the last thing I want to put is the red sauce. So the red sauce. Oh, I already took it out. Another tablespoon of that. So tablespoon of this. It's this stuff. It's funny because you were probably just staring at it the whole time. It says half a cup. So a quarter is 80 calories. So a quarter of a cup is 40. So if we use 2 tablespoons, we're only at 20 calories. Oh, that's low. That's relatively low. It says serving size 1/2 cup. So I'm trying to think. So half of that, and it says calories per serving is 80. So if you use half, that's 4 tablespoons. So yeah, if we use 2 tablespoons, that doesn't sound right. 20 calories? Trying to do the math right on that again. Hold on a second. It just sounds low. I mean, it's like half of. So we'd be at 12 from 1260 to 1280. It's just under 1,300 calories if I had to take 2 tablespoons of that. But just let me look it up and see. And plus, I'm going to use some macadamia nut oil. Don't forget about that. So that brings me up to 1,300. So I think, because that's 40 calories from the tablespoon. Yeah. Okay, so I'm doing my math right. We're going to be at 1,300. Remember, it's slightly less because, and I'm thinking about making some ground beef, but yeah, it's going to be another time. I'm just going to put it off. I thought about making some ground beef. I'm just going to put it off. What I can do is I can compromise between the sardines and the ground beef. That's how about that actually? So I'm gonna make 100. I'm gonna have 100 calories of this. So 100 calories of this is let's see. $240. Serving size is 4 ounces, so. So 0.42 times 112 grams. So we want to measure 47, about 50 grams of this, which seems like a small amount, but that just is what it is. of the red meat. I'm going to compromise between that, so I'm going to get 100 calories of the sardines, and I'm going to just measure it out. So sardines are quite fatty, you know. So just gotta, okay. I think 50. I'm gonna put this piece of meat here. Oh, that's a little too much. This is the most technical I've been. And that brings me up to 1,300, or about 13 something. Right. $13 something. Let's just say 1,300. Still low calorie. Think about it. Okay. Still low calorie. Okay. So that's where we're at. And I'm gonna get the tablespoon thing, measuring thing. Where's the measuring cup? Okay. 1,300 for the day. And that was a little bit higher than yesterday, right? So we have 1 tablespoon of this. Oh man, that pesto looks so good. So good, so freaking good. The pesto is just amazing. I love it. It's all olive oil based. There's no canola oil. And it's like chimichurri sauce. I don't know if you've heard of chimichurri. It's very similar to that, apparently. Yeah. Oh man, that looks so good. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing with the red sauce. It's not Rayo's. It's not Rayo's. It's Sonoma. Something smells weird. It's probably the cheese. Who cut the cheese? Okay. So I'm going to show you what the mushroom pizza looks like. So I don't put my cheese on there. The first cheese I'm going to put on there is the bouffe, because it just spreads out so well. You can't really see the green part, but see, you can't really see the green part, but it's under there, the red. So now I'm going to put my shit. Where did my cap go for this? Where did I put my cap? Anyway. Where did I put my cap? Is it there? That's weird. So anyway, I put my cheese. That's so weird. I'll find it eventually. But I will want to put that to the side so that I can cook my other stuff. The olive oil, that is. Where is it? I just put it to the side because I don't want to like knock it over or whatever. Oh, there it is up on the cap. So I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I need it for my salad. I forgot about that. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it to the side, and then what's next? Oh yeah, the buffalo mozzarella. This is called buffalo mozzarella. It's very creamy. I love it. So you just take one. I mean, I could have two, but I prefer it, and then smash it and then put it right in the center. And then I'm gonna get my other cheeses, except for the Roquefort. The Roquefort is gonna be specifically for. So see how I measured everything out very carefully. So I'm gonna put the other cheese here around it, and it looks like its own pizza. So yeah, I'll show you. Seems like I'm overdoing the cheese, but I'm not. 1,300 calories. Okay. That looks freaking delicious, if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. And I see, notice how I don't have any avocados or anything like that. It's kind of weird. Oh, duh. I forgot to put the prosciutto on. I'm gonna do that real quick before I put it in. So I just kind of, you know, cut it up or do all that stuff, and it gets crispy like bacon. I love it. Now that I think about it, when we're like going over all the calories and stuff, it's like it doesn't seem like a lot, but then once you start layering it on, you're like, oh yeah, that's a lot. You know, it's kind of interesting how that works. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put it in. So that's what it looks like. 1,300 calories. Okay, here we go. And how long do I want to do this? I'm gonna try to time it for 20 minutes. And then, but I'm just gonna kind of monitor it. And then now we're gonna start cooking our actual shit. And I know I should, so really it's actually 1350 because I'm gonna add some oil to the pan. So, but it's not gonna be that much more, you know, so. Obviously it won't be that much more. It's just a few teaspoons or whatever. You know, one teaspoon of each. Actually, maybe even less than that. I might just I'm gonna put more red palm oil, so yeah, just 1350 or whatever, 1,350 calories. And it may not be all consumed, I don't know, from another point of view. I'm gonna put the ghee, coconut oil, and the other things, so red palm oil. So red palm oil here. Okay. And then the other ones will be less than a teaspoon, so just want to put a little bit because I want to put more you know, red palm oil. It's better for you. So just gonna get a small scoop of this, but coconut oil is still good, so I'm just putting a little bit in there. Coconut oil, and yeah, so it's coconut and also the ghee, whatever ghee I have here. Ghee is so good for you. So much preparation when it comes to all this food, which I'm not complaining about, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's a lot of work, you know, it can be. So I put more red palm oil than anything because that's the best oil in my opinion to use. It's very underrated. But yeah, so I'm gonna basically let this simmer, and then I don't know what to do with this. I have. All right, so I guess the where's the cap? I had the cap. Anyway, just gonna put this to the side. I'm always missing the cap, I guess, on things. And then I'm gonna put this piece of ground beef. I'll put it on there. Still got to get the sardine. Measure out the sardine. That's okay. And then I'm going to put the steak on there. It's crucial to see the piece of steak. And then chicken. Of course, the egg as well. The egg's going to get done real fast. And whatever this is here. The onions. Oh, I should have put it on after seasoning. Whatever. So I gotta measure out 100 calories of the sardines. I gotta make the salad too. It's a lot of shit. I'm cutting up some zucchini. At least I can do it. I'm not disabled. That's what I can appreciate. I'm gonna keep that to the side, the Roquefort cheese. So far, here's what it looks like. We can open this up to see what it looks like. Yep, that's doing its job for sure. Okay. It's a lot of chicken, actually. Now that I think about it. But okay. So anyway, this might feel like a lot of food. It's kind of funny, but sardines.